Okay, so the bulls are leading. We are seeing some price appreciation leading up to tomorrow's FOMC meeting. So let's take a look at this in a closer detailed look and see what's going on in Mara stock and in Bitcoin. First, starting off with Mara because we have some exciting price action because we finally have a new structure attempting to be formed. So remember guys, everything I say in this video is just my own personal opinion. I like to share with you guys what I am doing. In no means am I telling anyone to copy, but please do your own, research and your own due diligence, um, so you can better support your own trades. But as of right now, guys, remember, tomorrow is Wednesday, September 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. The market will still be open. FOMC interest rate decision 30 minutes after Fed Chair Powell press conference. So I'm very much interested in see what he has to say for the rest of the year and just what the tone is going to be. Expectations right now are a 0.25 rate cut, which means that we need to keep in mind that both in Bitcoin, even in the overall market, like the S&P is at a new time high still. We can see price being factored into this. We can see a potential southern news event, but regardless, all that, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Potential hedging opportunity with the VIX as well. We'll probably take a look at that in a little bit. But guys, we have had a really and also a new IBIT trade I opened up. It's 50K invested. Slightly down as of market close. Post market, IBIT is a little bit higher. It's pretty much flat. Oh no, it's back to 66.36. So we're pretty much still flat for this IBIT position. I plan to add much more to this, and I'm gonna explain to you guys how I am going to manage that trade as well. I really like what's going on, so I bought in a little earlier than I wanted to, but position sizing is there. So real quick though, with Mara stock, we've had a handful of weeks of really, really, really good trading. We've been killing it, taking advantage of longs and shorts based off of support and resistance on the sideways channel. Really, really, really good. Um, Hopefully you guys also had the opportunity to profit off of the sideways channel, and we finally broke up higher. So I'm gonna take a look at this real quick, make sense of it in the bigger picture in case you guys are new. What I've been overall really keeping an eye on, besides the short-term trading opportunities. But remember, guys, we are still this overall structure right here is on the screen. This one right here, we're still in an uptrend. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. Right now, we're just trying to get out of this this higher low structure. Remember, red is an accumulation opportunity for a higher low buying opportunity, and then the idea is to start selling in higher prices. So to break it down real quick, this year we've had some really good opportunities. We had a nice opportunity to catch a low, take profit in this value gap. We had another buying opportunity around 1650. Really, it's around 1650 to 1450, or sorry, 1350 to 1450. And we had a nice take profit opportunity much higher within this extension area. Now, the next one is, and there's two ways of going about this, and the way I'm going to explain it is really, these two ways are really just my own view and what makes sense to me. But we have this accumulation zone right here, yellow down here, the swing low, yellow line being roughly 1345, being the breaking point that can ruin this uptrend, and we can easily close the gap to lower prices. But we don't have that. That is just there to keep us, remind us of how this uptrend can be invalidated. So far, it's still good. It's still alive. We are just out of the red accumulation area. It does not mean we can't go back into it. But what I've been saying in previous videos is a few things. This sideways channel is only invalidated when we have a sustained break of structure. So far, we did. So if you guys see right here, we actually broke out of it. And if you guys remember, I've been stressing the importance of SLs because I kept saying, yeah, we've had a lot of trading within this sideways channel. Really good. I'm super happy with the opportunities we've had, and hopefully you guys take advantage of them. But we finally had a break of structure, and it's sustained. Actually, we broke over the resistance, 13 or 1624. we used it the resistance as support, and now we went up higher into this resistance retracement area that I've been talking about quite often. So the idea here is that we now have an opportunity to capture a higher low and keep the price going higher. So this is what it looks like at the moment. This will change as the price continues to fluctuate, but I will keep you guys updated. So what we're looking at right here is that we can easily keep going higher. We know we have strong resistance, very strong resistance within the yellow, starting at 1694 up to 1882. But for me, very strong resistance is going to be between 18 and 19, because this is where the value gap over here starts to act as resistance as well. We've had a lot of these play out. The first one this year that was significant was this one, where it actually filled very nicely before we saw a nice retracement. So we still have the opportunity to max this area up higher, but we are still within resistance and the RSI is maxed out. So position sizing is very, very, very important. What I'm looking at right now, though, is obviously if you guys accumulated within the red as we were in here, not just taking advantage of short-term trades, but on the side also accumulating for a breakout to the upside. We have that, and we are in short-term resistance. Overall, strong take profit is the moment we break over $20. But as of right now, what we have is short-term resistance, nice way to lock in some profits. The idea here, though, is that at any point we can still go up higher. We still have a little bit more room, but at any point we can come down. And once we do come down, the idea is that we are attempting to hold a higher low within, so far, this is the support area between 1577 and 1658. 1658 with simple support, simple ascending support to keep an eye on. The idea here is that this area can easily fail in one way, but the 120 moving average is also backing it up. So I'm gonna explain to you guys what I'm looking at. I'm actually gonna remove this. It's taking up too much space because we're above that descending resistance. So the idea here is that to keep this new uptrend that's attempting to form, we want to hold above 1577, right? The moment we break this, we can easily break the small swing low and then come back down into not just the low 15s, but back into the 14s potentially. The way that can happen is if it is a sell news event. So we just have to wait and see and position ourselves to take advantage of either direction. But as of right now, Bitcoin is going up. It's going up higher. If Bitcoin has any weakness, and so far it looks like it's trying to top out, the RSI is pretty much maxed out. We are still within resistance. We have a little bit more room to go. We can go all the way up to 120. We also have a value gap to keep an eye on there as well. And the liquidation heat maps, if you guys look them up, there's also some strong liquidation levels around 120 that can open the doors to potentially see the price go up higher before we see a reasonable retracement. And the retracement will look like, well, I'm going to show you guys once we actually go up there. As of right now, it would just be following this overall retracement, the price higher. And then we want to hold a higher low within that retracement, but it'll be higher if the price goes up here. But either way, with Mara stock, right? So it's nice. I know a lot of you have been holding on to Mara stock and accumulating. You guys are probably like quite happy right now. But here's the thing, right? At any point when we find resistance here, I'm going to keep following the price higher with this retracement. I want to see the price hold a higher low and continue higher and, break $19, right? Or at least go up into the green area, and there'll be a strong another short-term resistance to capture some more profit from any potential higher low accumulation opportunities we have. Now, in order for this area to break, it will, again, a sell news event with the FOMC, allowing Bitcoin to come down a little bit deeper, break back below 115K. At the moment, again, this is, let me see if I can, okay, yeah, it's still valid. So the idea is that if Bitcoin, instead of just going up higher and not coming into this overall support area, if this retracement is filled, it can easily amplify that short-term bearishness into Mara stock, and we can see the support area get easily broken. If it does, and Bitcoin's falling into that support area, and we're back down to these previous swing lows, I think it's a really, really good buying opportunity, and I'm going to be waiting on that. It's more likely that support will break because this could also just be the price. I mean, we're in resistance. It can come down at any point and revisit these lows. This will be short-term support to see how healthy the price is. But ideally, I would like to see the support line being the support area broken because it will provide some really, really good short-term deep value. At this point, anything below $15 in Mara stock is short-term deep value just because of this breakout. But it can easily amplify on the way down. But as of right now, yeah, we're short-term. It's a good idea to lock in some profit if you have any. Reduce position sizing, in my opinion, as we continue. We're in here, but as we continue up higher, it's a good idea to continue locking in some profit. And then again, short-term support area for a potential high, a third, or technically it's a third higher low for higher prices, and then from there, we're looking real good, and then potential shorting opportunity at $19. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, remember these announcements, like if the price is factored in, we can see it's not very good to be overly optimistic. That's why hedging is very important. So if you guys look at, like, for example, also the S&P, quite high. I mean, a lot of these broad market indexes they're quite high. The VIX looks like it's getting ready to pop at any moment, though. We can still see some weakness on the VIX, allowing the broader market to still have a last minute push higher, and in Bitcoin a push higher, as we wait for the actual announcement to happen in the second half of market open hours tomorrow. And then it can provide a decent shorting opportunity. It's just to soften any potential weakness in these assets, and then use profits from the hedge to just to add more to these positions when we come down into an overall retracement. That's the idea, to give the trades a little bit of an energy boost. And protect our position sizing as well. But as of right now, so hopefully you guys were using SLs on Mars stock. I forgot to mention that. I kept saying, like, SLs are very important. These swing highs, the moment these swing highs are actually broken and we close up, we can just go up higher. And that's exactly what happened. So SLs protect your capital. That is the whole reason they are so important. But yeah, we had some really, really good trading. So now when it comes to Bitcoin, at any point, we can also come down. Again, overall support is going to be down here below. It kind of averages out. It's around 112K. We have this nice, I think I drew this on yesterday's video. We have this nice support area down here that can also act as a backup for this yellow zone, because it overlaps very nicely. It's using fluctuations within this consolidation zone as a way to show how low the price can go, and it overlaps nicely with the retracement. So as of right now, the reason I added 50K to IBIT to open up a new position is because, well, we're breaking these swing highs. We broke the swing high. There's momentum. The RSI isn't it's maxed out, but it could be overextended. The 120 moving average was flirted with, and it's still pointing higher. We still have this momentum. We have room to the upside here to still fill. We can still fill. Also, this previous resistance area, which is the primary, was never even filled yet. It's basically at 118K, and we haven't even filled that yet. So there's still some upward momentum. As of right now, the 120 moving average is a decent short-term support. I mean, we have a retracement area that perfectly overlaps with it. So it's just something to keep an eye on. So we can see some short-term weakness, maybe overnight, and a continuation in the pump leading into this FOMC, and then we'll see what Jerome Powell says, and we'll see how the market reacts to it. But we are in overall resistance. So hedging, in my opinion, is very, very important. Managing position sizing, locking in some profit. I mean, if you guys remember, I kept saying, like, red area to me is really, really good accumulation zone. Accumulate as we extend further into this red area. We can use it as a strong support. We ended up using it as strong support, and now we're just into short-term resistance. So, like, incredible trades, incredible price actions. I'm very, very happy with this. Very thankful. Like, we these overall bigger picture support areas, retracements have provided such great buying opportunities, and now we're just in some an opportunity to start locking in some profits. So if you guys notice as well, right? Let's say we continue up higher, this announcement comes out, and it's like, okay, well, what if we never come down to here? What if we extend higher? The market is just, it's good. What he says is good and we just extend higher and we don't actually have a sales news event and come down? Well, we just have some more resistances to lock in some more profits. So the idea of this trade, right? 50K invested is for more upside momentum. If you continue to see upside momentum, great. I make profit. If And that's why I've only invested 50K. I'm focused on my position sizing. I do not want to be too aggressive with it because if we do come down into the support area, I want to add more within the support area. And I may actually add more with BitU instead of IBIT this time around because the opportunity is high. The probability is high that we hold a higher low and go up higher. But again, even with this BitU, if we come down into this area and I open up BitU, I'll open up 10K at a time to complement the IBIT position because I'm still focused on position sizing. Risk management is very, very important. So far as of right now, unless we still have to hold, we're in this blue area. We have to hold a higher low and then break out of it in order to invalidate this purple area. The other way around will be the price just goes up higher even after a FOMC. We go up higher and we reach these value gaps. The moment we break this value gap and actually reach it, basically at 120K, it will invalidate this purple area, way too much value for the price not to hold a higher low. And then from there, we're just looking at a new all-time high potentially like soon, right? It's very, very possible. But again, the sell news event is very much possible. Price could be factoring in a 0.25 rate cut. If it happens and we come down, I'll be ready to add more and take advantage of the rest of this bull cycle. Now, in a future video soon, I want to give you guys a heads up on what I plan on doing during the bear market. So I'm going to try to focus out on a near video to kind of already get a head start on what my expectations are when it comes to what I'll be doing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let's see if we can continue maxing out this resistance area. We still have some more room to go. But regardless, if we go up higher and we actually reach 120K, I may be locking in some IBIT profit and waiting for a new setup. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys on the next one.